All right, we're good? We're good, cool. So I have this theory for why it is so hard for us ENFPs to often have relationship talks or career talks, like in the moment, be open and honest with me sort of talks. I'm thinking back to this talk I had. I was out with this woman and she brought up some stuff between us, let's say one of those talks. And I was just like, but I'm thinking like, why am I struggling so much with just what I want to say here? And I realized a lot of this is because I'm an ENFP. So ENFPs, we are think out loud sort of people. Probably if you're like me, like when you were a kid, you would talk out loud to yourself. I'm guessing you have some voice recorder somewhere or some files on your phone where you pace around, like dictating to yourself your plans for world domination. This is just how our minds are wired. We don't think inside. Usually introverts think inside, they kind of process, they take their time and then they express it. We are the express out loud and then figure out what we think. So in one conversation, I can say this, and not know which one I believe. And by the end of the conversation, I figure out like, oh, this is what I believe. So it's by actually having the conversation and expressing that we're able to develop our beliefs and everything else and figure out what we mean, what we want. So that creates a bit of a problem when you're in like a heart-to-heart conversation. And if you say the wrong thing, you could find yourself in a bit of trouble, because other types often think through what they want to say and then say it out loud, and they have one opinion and they're very clear about it. That when we say something out loud, they take that as fact as well. So maybe your boss calls you into their office and they say, hey, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? Well, perhaps you haven't thought this through. So you're in the office and you're like, I don't know. And you're stammering because you need to process out loud. But you can't process out loud because your boss might be a little thrown off if you say to him, well, on one hand, I like the job, sort of, and my colleagues are pretty cool, except Jane in accounting. She's a total pain in the ass. But I also actually have this artistic pursuit I'd really like to do. And sometimes your breath is horrible and I hate working here and I want to kill myself. So I really need to combine all that with my fear of losing health insurance, my fear of being alone, not having many other prospects, but also maybe thinking I don't care if I die poor, if I don't have to come into this office at any point in the future, but also I kind of have a crush on Jane in accounting. I don't know, it's a love-hate thing. And you might not want to express all that to your boss. So you say, well, yeah, it's like, you stammer on like an absolute idiot. So ultimately, that's what leads us back to the I don't know what to say conversation. What to do about this? Well, the only thing I can think of is try to prepare in advance. Like, you can maybe expect, hey, my boss is gonna ask me at the upcoming review about my plans with the company. I need to think that through, maybe talk with friends and have an answer prepared. Whatever it is, you can think through these conversations, talk with friends or a coach or some random person you meet on the subway and process that out loud. And then when you're asked, you'll actually know your answer. And if you are put on the spot, what I would suggest when possible, not always possible, to just ask for, say, hey, I need to think about this. I need some time. Or just fake food poisoning. I run, suddenly COVID came on explicitly, oh my God, I got COVID 5 minutes ago, I have to go. Let's reschedule this talk and deal with it that way. For now, I just want to know, does this happen to you as well? Have you experienced this? And if so, is there a funny story attached? Have you absolutely ruined your life by thinking out loud in an important conversation? Let me know below in the comments. I publish new videos every week, often for my fellow ENFPs. And here at Dreams Around the World, I am all about helping you become the best version of yourself, all while creating the most awesome life possible for you and those you love. So subscribe, check out past videos, future videos, and I will see you soon.